Yeah, man. Honestly, I'm just trying to. I'm like you. I'm just trying to get money.
Become like Julius, your girlfriend or whatever, will be saying, "I don't need this. My man got 2 jobs." Well, hold on now.
Hold up now. I have 2 jobs. You're acting like you got 2 job money. I got 2 job money.
There's a reason you're on 2 jobs.
I got 1 U. That's why.
Telling you, man.
Bro, London
is
getting expensive as hell, man.
London's been expensive. What do you mean getting expensive? London is expensive.
It's because of Brexit. Expensive. I'm convinced it's because of Brexit, bro.
Oh yeah. I told you the UK is slowly burning. You realize this whole HGV stuff that's been going on.
Yeah,
petrol shortage, shelves being empty as well because of HGV driver shortage and that kind of thing. It's a problem, man. It's just having a knock-on effect, and yeah, it's crazy. The UK, I feel like the UK will be fine in the long term, but this whole Brexit thing, honestly, is it's a tough period right now. The teething issues with the UK wanting to be its own thing. It's going to be a tough few years, man. For real. London's expensive as hell.
It's too damn high.
The cost of everything is too damn high.
No. They're talking about bringing congestion charge to my area as well. I was like, what? It's a good thing I don't drive,
I slightly thought you were already in congestion charge area.
You know what? I don't blame you for thinking that, but yeah. No, not yet. Not yet.
They really did. Do you remember over lockdown, they tried to tell us congestion charge was temporary. Remember when they increased the time? So it was congestion charge was always from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Then they extended it to 10 p.m. because they say now we need to raise more money. But it's only temporary. Don't worry about it.
Temporary in my back foot.
That's the thing. It's one thing adult life has taught me about. It's like any temporary, in inverted commas, price increase is never temporary. That is staying.
It's there for good, man. I feel bad for you. You drive as well, man.
Well, remote working is helping a lot.
No. I want to ask you, who are you fighting at petrol stations, bro? What moves are you busting out to get that petrol?
Luckily, I've only had to go once because of remote working. I've been okay. I've seen videos of people like fighting each other and stuff, and filling their boots with cans of.
Yeah, the little cans with the nozzles and everything.
Wait, you see that video of someone with a Lucozade bottle? They finished their Lucozade and filled a Lucozade bottle with petrol. Like, people go crazy. Yes.
That is mad. How far would that even get you, though? No, logistically, how far would that get you?
That's how mad people are right now.
Oh, my days.
You see, any kind of shortage, human instinct is to like, I gotta look out for me and myself. No community spirit whatsoever.
Yeah, I remember last year. Do you remember the toilet paper shortage?
Oh, we didn't learn a single thing from that.
I honestly was like, how much are people going to the toilet that they need to literally like clear the whole shelf?
And then they brought it down to like two bags of toilet paper.
Rationing them.
Like, if the world is ending, if there's a zombie apocalypse or anything, we're finished, man. We're finished. You have to. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be every man for themselves.
It's true.
Just look out for you and your peoples, and that's it. Because there's no sense of community spirit when it comes to these things. Lockdown has taught us that. Yeah. So any kind of shortage, and you know what? Christmas is coming up, so shopping's going to go crazy again. If you want to get your stuff, get them early and stick it in the freezer.
You know what? There's one thing that I don't know if I want or I do because of shortages. I might need it. The Lynx Africa set, the one that you always get at Christmas. I don't know if I'll need it or not, but I don't want it, but I might need it.
Listen, man, Lynx Africa is that default set you get when, you just forget to get something.
Bro, it's just like, oh, thank you. You thought of me. Oh, I've been making this all year.
Is it still being produced?
Of course it's still being produced. They've adapted the casing and everything.
You know what? I haven't bought Lynx for ages in any kind. No, not shower gel, not spray, nothing. I haven't bought Lynx in ages, so I don't know.
Bro, it's still there, trust me. They got different scents and everything. They got gold, black and white. How do you smell black and white? I'm just saying. That's beside the point. I feel like we should actually say, welcome back. Welcome back to the Lockdown Yard. We are here. We are back.
Indeed. Yeah. We're just gonna say everything that we just described is everything that's happened since we last recorded. The world has gone into meltdown because we stopped recording. So, we thought we should bring it back. Bring a bit of stability,
Yeah, we're back. We're here. We missed you guys. And we know that you missed us too because we keep hearing all the nice things about the episodes we've done so far.
Indeed.
And we're here to bring you more content.
So by unpopular demand, we have returned.
Deal with us. We are here now.
Indeed. And as I said, I went out today, I went past the petrol station, there was no queue, so I feel like it's coincided with our return. So things have calmed down. The universe has sensed that we have returned. So calm has been restored.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when summer hit, we were both out. We were both talking to each other like, yo, when are we going to do this again? Like, you know what? Let's just put it off for another month because we both had motors, I think.
Literally, man. We just been busy and just life is lifing, man.
Life is life and hard.
Let me tell you, this adult life. Woo!
Man, I was thinking, and I wanted to get your opinion on this one thought I had. It was just a random thought I had. You know how we're both approaching our 30s?
We are? Oh, man.
Man, It's like that meme with the tornado. Here it comes.
Yes, you can't stop it.
Yeah, I was thinking, I feel like 30-year-olds are like 20-year-olds have to call themselves 30-year-olds. I think we're still sorting. I feel like 30-year-olds are still sorting out their stuff, and they just have to call themselves 30-year-olds.
Well, you know what it is? They're saying what your 30s are pretty much your 20s, but with a bit more money. That's what they're saying these days.
More responsibility and all that. I was just thinking that.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway, how you been, man? What have you been up to?
Well, let's see. I'm still here.
We love to hear it, man.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Same old, been working, busy as hell, but we back. We managed to make some time to bring it back,
I think both of us are going to be staying in because it's going to get a lot colder.
Oh, man. Right. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. Every time it gets cold, you know exactly what's coming. My video.
Yep, your meme. Your meme. It's no one else's. It's yours.
Cedric the Entertainer.
Yep.
From the Haunted House.
Yeah, Haunted
House. By the
House.
way, him in that film is probably one of my favorite performances in anything ever. Honestly, man.
Yeah.
Every line is just funny.
It's just amazing, man.
From the moment he turns up to that house, he's doing his speech.
He's like, nigga, call me Doug.
You yell at me, dog? You yell at me?
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my hands upon you.
Did you just quote Samuel Jackson?
You got the hook? Yeah, that was it. Yo, Samuel Jackson was the bad motherfucker.
And was he my favorite clip? Well, when it comes, anytime it gets to the cold time of year. What's it? He goes into the room where the wife was possessed and he says, "Sheesh, hey, y'all got no heat. It's cold in here.
It's cold as a motherfucker in here. You ain't got no heat." Yeah, that is your meme, bro. That's all yours.
Telling you. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Just what have we watched? What have you been? What have you watched since we last recorded?
I've watched quite a few things in the cinema and out the cinema.
Cinema is back.
Oh yeah, cinema has been back with full effect, man.
Indeed.
Full effect. I don't even remember what the first thing I watched was. It might have been okay. This is completely something I can't discuss with you because you're not into anime. But I think I watched Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, Mugen Train. All my anime people out there, you know how it is. It was good to watch it in the cinema. It's good to watch anime films in cinemas, I think.
Oh, it was in the cinema?
Yeah, man. It was in the cinema.
Okay. All right.
And I think also Shang-Chi, obviously. The Marvel films came back. So I had to watch that in the cinema.
Did you manage to watch Suicide Squad? I was going to say Suicide Squad 2, but technically it's a soft reboot. So did you watch that?
Yeah, I did. I loved that. I thought it was a really good reboot. Didn't have to over-explain too much, and the characters, I felt more for the characters than I ever did in the first one we go with the AO cut. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, I watched that as well. I agree. I liked it. I actually really liked John Cena's performance because I think, was I telling you before that before this film, I wasn't really convinced with John Cena as an actor.
You said that Bumblebee was good, right? Was it
No,
Bumblebee?
no, no. I didn't say he was good in Bumblebee. I said he was okay in Bumblebee. I just thought it was a bit too, I didn't really see his charisma wasn't really coming through. But in this role as the Peacemaker, yes, I was like, this is John Cena acting. I like it.
Back and forth with Idris Elba's character, Deadshot. Like, was it Deadshot or Bloodsport? My bad.
Bloodsport, yeah.
Will Smith, yeah. Their back and forth was good. I love the first early one I remember it was when they were taking out those guys in the village.
Yes, yes. That scene here was amazing, by the way. It was so underrated. That scene where they're just walking through from an action point of view and comedy.
Yeah.
You see, this is James Gunn, yeah? The way he can just blend action with comedy is just one of the best in the industry, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure, man.
It's like, these are proper violent things we're watching, but why were we laughing? It was just amazing. So, yeah. I enjoyed Suicide Squad. I enjoyed Idris Elba's performance. King Shark was even better in it than I thought from the trailers. I thought, all right, here we go, another CGI fill-in kind of thing, man. Nah, I liked how they display King Shark's abilities and whatnot. It's really good, man. What do you think of I forget the character name, the rat lady?
Ratcatcher,
yeah. That was close.
yeah, it had rat in
it.
Yeah. I feel like she was okay. She was meant to be like the heart of the film. I felt they were like really trying to push that home, I think. But she was just a nice addition. I don't know.
Sweet. Yeah, I enjoyed the film. It didn't do well at the box office, though. I mean, you can add pandemic tax to that. Films coming out post-pandemic are just not going to do anywhere near as well. Sorry, as pre-pandemic releases. But it is what it is. I mean, Shang-Chi's been doing well, though. I mean,
Shang-Chi's done really well in the US.
I enjoy Shang-Chi. A few issues here and there, but overall, I thought, yes, good origin story for the character in the MCU, for real. What do you think?
Wong, that is all.
Wong, yes.
Wong. I love Wong in that film, bro.
This is probably my favorite Wong appearance in the MCU.
Yeah, man. I love Wong in this film I have liked him in any other film. He just had sass, and at the end with the karaoke, bro, that made me crack up. That made me crack up so much.
You know, one thing that was going around in that film, you see the post-credits, well, spoiler territory, kind of, but come on, man, it's been out for a while. There's a post-credit scene where they're in the karaoke bar and they start singing Old Town Road by Lil Nas. And someone on Reddit or something just deduced that Lil Nas survived the snap. And it's true, because they did some calculations, and in the MCU, that song would have come out after the snap.
Don't do this.
It's like, yeah, he survived the snap.
And he was in the mood to sing about Old Town Roads.
And Lil Nas actually acknowledged it. I was like, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough, then. Okay, so he survived the snap.
Mate, we discussed this a couple of times, but I want my movie where they show exactly what happened when certain things return or when certain people return from the snap. Yeah, I think they've just brushed over all of it. They're just ignoring all the weird things that could have happened when people return from snaps, relationships, accidents, everything. But we'll never get it. We'll never get it. But we can hope. But they are missing a massive, massive story.
Yeah, I would be more invested in that than any of the Disney Plus ones.
Telling you
so far, man. It's just interesting to think about. There'd probably be like a fan version of it. I think
there needs to be something, because I want to know what happens to the people who were mid-flight over over the Pacific Ocean, mid-flight, and they just disappeared.
Just transport, not even that mid-flight, transport in general, trains, cars, bikes,
the people
scooters. Oh my gosh, I would love to see that.
Hey, people in cars. Oh my, yeah. See, they're skipping over all of that. We're just meant to assume that everything was fine when people snap back. You snap back in, if you were lying in bed, You snap back in your bed, everything was fine.
Mm-hmm.
They're not addressing anyone who was who was outside the house, crossing the road. Oh man. Anyway, I'll always wonder about that, but it's what it is.
Yeah, no, it's not. We got on good content. Like, there's been a lot of Marvel content, man, and we still have like
the TV
films to go.
shows.
Yeah,
I mean, the last one we properly reviewed was Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right? Of the TV shows, but
yeah, we didn't even do Loki.
Loki. What do you think of Loki, man? Let's chop it up a little bit.
Well, Loki was the show that kind of like.
Oh yeah, the show.
It was just the show that started the multiverse, man. I was about to say no spoilers, but you know what? At this point, you either know or you don't. Yeah, they started the multiverse, bro. At the end, I thought it was really good. I like the way they portrayed Kang the Conqueror in the alternate version of himself as well. Jonathan Masters, I think. I seen him in Lovecraft Country, I think.
Yeah, that's the first place I saw him as well.
Same exact place, and I loved him in that. And he brought it. No, he killed it. He killed it. In
Loki. When I saw him in Loki, he showed me that this guy really has range. Because I wouldn't have imagined, when I saw him on screen, I wouldn't have imagined he gave that performance that we saw in Loki. That was so good. Yeah, but I love the whole concept of the show. The whole thing about variants and how they explained it with Tara Strong's voice. When she would appear as that coin or clock or whatever.
Yeah, man. Her voice is so iconic. I love it.
Proper. Yeah, the variants of Loki, glorious purpose.
Man, I know you love that saying. Indeed.
Honestly, I thought it was a solid show. Where does it rank for you in terms of? So we've had WandaVision, we've had Falcon and Winter Soldier, we've had Loki. Just three of them. Which of them ranks as number one for you?
Loki intrigued me straight away. WandaVision didn't. It was slow.
WandaVision didn't intrigue anyone straight away. Everyone was like, what is going on for the first 3 episodes?
I would say Loki, Falcon, Wanda. Only because the way they start, each of these shows start, just has to get me in a different way. Wanda didn't get me.
Let's see. I think, it's a tough one, I think, number one, in terms of what will I want to watch again, I would say Loki. Yeah. I want to watch Loki more immediately again. Then Falcon, then Wanda. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I have to say, there were some really good scenes in WandaVision. I'm not saying it's a bad show. Just like, personally, my ranking is just...
Yeah, man.
I love the fact that Loki fell in love with basically himself.
Yeah, that bit. Oh my god! Did you see something going around calling self-cest? There was a term going around. Yeah, people called it self-cest, and people were getting proper offended that he made love to himself. Essentially,
he just kissed himself.
They called it. They had a name for it.
Himself.
It was a self-cest. I was like, oh, jeez.
I've never heard that.
It's a new word, man. It's a new word. It's probably going to be in the dictionary soon. Watch out for it.
Wow.
And of course, one of my favorite franchises, A Quiet Place, had a sequel.
Yeah.
And you remember how upset I was when this was postponed from. This was meant to be out in 2020.
I know.
So when it got postponed it got postponed for over a year, man. So I was so upset, but I finally got to see it, and it did not disappoint whatsoever. Definitely on par with the first one. It was everything I wanted, and wanted a bit more, to be honest. But now I've gotten used to the franchise. Each of the films just ending when you want more. So,
yeah, I think it was a really, really good sequel. I have no qualms with that. The only nitpicky things we do like this just because we can, it doesn't detract from the quality of the film. And the beginning of the film, oh my gosh, that was the most intense beginning I've seen in ages.
Telling you, it finally got a bit of backstory. It's like, where did these things come from? And this isn't even a spoiler, because they literally released it before they released the first 10 minutes or so online. Yeah. So yeah, I just love that backstory. It's like, all right, so this is how they crash landed, and yeah,
it's the reactions amazing. I like. It was the subtle reactions and just how normal. It's just normal people. I imagine that's how normal people would have reacted. Like when you see like a meteor coming down and it hits there, everyone's like, let's get in the car because it's all the way over there and we just have to get further and further away from it. And then you just see the first one just get gut and it's all silence because it's coming from the perspective of the door. Oh, I just love it. I love it.
And that bit, you know what? The great thing about watching that, as audience members who know what these things can do and know that if you make a sound, they're going to kill you. So that scene near the start where they were all hiding in that bar and that guy was praying. I just felt like everyone was just telling him to shut up.
I know, bro.
And then Lee puts his hand over his mouth saying, mm-mm. And then that girl's phone goes off and it's like, oh yeah, you did. Y'all did.
Oh my God. She still uses a phone as a phone.
Telling you, man. Oh yeah, it was epic. It was epic.
It was, man.
But what is it about the Quiet Place franchise and leg injuries? Every time somebody's leg gotta go. Whether you step on whether you step on a nail barefoot. Which,
oh my gosh! Now that family's just cursed with like leg injuries.
Who's next? This is a twisted question, but out of stepping on a nail barefoot, full force, or getting your foot caught in a bear trap,
I've had one of those.
What would you rather?
I've had one of those happen to me already.
No way.
Which one do you think it is?
No, it can't be the bear trap one.
Of course, it's not the bear trap. I don't know no bear. I haven't even seen a bear trap in my life. Yeah, it was a nail.
When did you step on the nail?
No, I was walking up the steps. It was like just there. It was like, I didn't even cry out like that guy did in the film. I was just like, oh, okay, that is bleeding now. Let me just hop to the bathroom and just like put it underneath put it in a tub or something, because that was the only thing I get close to me. I could like think to stop the bleeding on the carpet and stuff. But yeah, man, that was not painful. I think I have a curse for like leg injuries.
Let's hope we've exercised that curse and it's gone away.
We can only hope. That's why I walk with a fun. That's why my leg is funny. That's why I walk with that little limp, you know. No, I'm joking.
Honestly, I'd rather step on the nail than in a damn bear trap. I think his leg should have been amputated, to be honest, but it's a film, so they're not gonna go that far. But that was crazy. Yeah. Every time, as soon as that happened, I was a bit annoyed because I was like, "Oh, we're doing that thing where we have to go through the film and he's injured, and it just makes things more tough for them." I'm like, these guys have already been through it. Give him a break. So now we have to go through the film and they got a leg injury. Oh, for goodness sake!
I know, and that's how I knew the pain was bad. In the back of my head, I was like, "How painful can it actually be?" I know it's metal and it's penetrating your skin, but
that's bad.
In an apocalypse where sound is literally the thing that can get you killed. This boy was in so much pain. He was screaming to the top of his lungs.
He just didn't care. He's like, if I'm going to die, let them eat me because this hurts too much. I ain't keeping quiet. I'm screaming. So I was like, you know what? Fair enough.
All discipline went out the window. I'm just saying.
Legit, man.
Maybe the nail was better. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, obviously neither, but
if
you're gonna put me through these kind of trials and tribulations, then make it the nail. Honestly.
Oh man, the nail still hurts. I got ghost like remember of that.
Oh, sorry to bring back the PTSD.
It was my left one, man. It was my left one. It really hurt.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Moving on.
You
know me and horrors. You know, I'm not a massive fan of horrors, but I think ever since we reviewed Hosu Valley, I just, it's like, oh, horror's that bad. Let me just give them a go. So I Googled, best horror films, and one of the ones which came up was the franchise by James Wan, The Conjuring. It's one of the best.
You watched The Conjuring?
I watched The Conjuring. Just the first one, though. Just the first one.
That's good enough for you. I'm proud of you. That's a good step. How did you find it?
I liked it. First, it didn't scare me. First of all, it didn't scare me, and
wow,
I thought it was actually an actual good film, not just some scare fest. The backstory they put into that couple, they're based on real life, which I found was really, really interesting. So it was based on real life where a couple, they just go around, they help people exorcise their demons, that kind of thing. And if their house is haunted, they find out why it's haunted and help you get over that curse. And I just found it was a really good concept and really good acting. The effects weren't even anything spectacular. It was just pure suspense and that kind of thing. And I think what helped a lot was, so this is one life hack I've realized with horror films. I'm not going to watch it at night. I watch this nice and early in the day, daylight, curtains open, everything. It actually took the edge off. Not even kidding. It took the edge off the fact that I'm watching a horror film which I am religiously against. And I hate them, but I watched it in daytime and realized, wait, this is a good film. So, yeah.
This reminds me of like this bit in the stand-up. I think it was Kevin Hart. He said something like, "Why do people act like lights will stop a murder? Like turning on the light changes anything. It's still a horror."
Well, listen here, man. Watching horror films, it made all the difference for me. So yes, I like that. I'm going to watch The Conjuring 2 because I heard it's just as good. So I'm going to watch that. And I'm going to look into a few other horror films I've been just avoiding in life because I just hate them. But
'tis the season.
'Tis the season. Halloween, indeed.
Yeah. I'm glad you're on the horror train, man. I can actually recommend so many to you now.
Oh, here we go. Just listen. It's all getting watched in the daytime. That's all. Don't expect me to watch it at night or anything. That's all I'm saying.
We'll get there. Baby steps.
Indeed.
Baby steps. Anyway, we wanted to discuss Squid Game because it's apparently the most trending topic out there. I can't look on social media without seeing these jumpsuits or hearing that.
Squid Game. It's true. Squid Game Squid Game as of today so we're recording 13th is the most watched show on Netflix ever as of today.
Yep. It beat Bridgerton.
Yep. Funny enough, I haven't even seen Bridgerton. I didn't know it was that popular, but yeah.
Neither did I. I thought Stranger Things was like the most popular thing.
I even thought it was Money Heist, which I still haven't seen, but I heard is really good.
You've not seen Money Heist?
I haven't, no. But it's on my list.
Okay.
But,
as long as it's on your list.
Yeah. I think it might even be one of the next ones up.
You're gonna
definitely have to watch it. So I'm gonna do because I watched Squid Game in both dubbed and subtitles. I watched subtitles first, and then I watched the dubbed.
Okay.
Because I just like to. It's a good excuse to watch the show again because it's a really good show. Spoiler alert: we thought it was really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to get the full experience. But the dubbed, some of the voices was just over dramatic, and a lot of it didn't even align to the subtitles. I'm just.
Oh no!
So what's going on?
With dubs, sometimes I'm not going to be one of the people who subs or dubs. You do whatever you want, watch it however you want. That's you. But for me, if it doesn't line up, it really distracts me. It really, really distracts me from the plot. Like you'd be talking a long sentence, but they stopped talking like 5 minutes ago. I'm exaggerating,
honestly,
obviously, but like
with the lip sync thing, really bothers a lot of people when it comes to watching things in dub. And I've realized it's easier to watch even anime. I won't even lie. You can crucify me for this if you want. I like watching anime dubbed. Why? Because when things are out of sync, it's not noticeable at all. Okay. The way the lips move in anime, you could literally be speaking any language, and it will line up to it.
Can I just ask, which ones have you seen in dubbed?
That's one you showed me. So
I think
Death Note was one of the first ones. Yeah,
Death Note was one of them. That's okay. I watched that in dubbed actually as well. That wasn't. I liked it in dubbed.
Yeah, that was the main one I watched. There was one. What was that anime with the character called Black Star? I forget the name.
Oh, Soul Eater. Did you watch Soul Eater?
Yeah, I watched Soul Eater from start to finish. I watched that in dubbed as well. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was like I think that might have been my first anime. When I watched that in dubbed.
Soul Eater was good, man. With dubbed, I get why people love dubbed. It takes less energy, less concentration.
Yeah.
With subtitles, you've really got to open your eye. Sometimes if you blink, you got to rewind a bit. It's like,
but the delivery, bro.
Watching it in the original voice. Amazing. Yeah, it was cool. Watching it in the original voices of the actors and actresses, it's fine. It's how they intended for you to see it, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I was talking to my friend. Apparently, like, the subtitle translation isn't 100% correct for some things.
Oh, I've seen it. The YouTube is flooded with videos from people who understand the language. saying, yeah, this is off. There are loads of videos saying, what they really said versus what the subtitles said. I get it. It's never gonna fully align because I don't, because I know enough of another language, Twi, which is a Ghanaian language, and sometimes things can't really translate as literally as we'd want. It's just how it is. How you say something in another language, you say it in English, it's just going to sound weird. So I get it. It's not going to translate as accurately as you want, but I think we got enough of the gist of the show, the meaning behind it and whatnot. But I enjoyed Squid Game. Squid Game, watched that purely because of the hype. The hype is pretty much what got me on it. Without that, I wouldn't have watched it, straight up. And I think that goes for everyone else.
I think I'm not going to be that guy who said, I watched it before the hype.
Oh, yeah.
I did. I did actually watch it before everyone told me to start watching it.
Ooh, sorry.
It's okay. Your apology is accepted, even though it was a bit half-assed. But no, it's good. I like the fact that I could just watch the hype and not have to feel the pressure of having to watch it, knowing I've just watched it already. I watched it the first week it came out, I think.
Damn, fair enough. I don't even have a Netflix account. I had to borrow. My sister made an account for me on hers, so I use that. But yeah, I'm not even on Netflix that tough. I think some people Netflix is part of their nightly routine. So obviously, a new show pops up, you'll be like, "Oh, what's that?" And you just check that out. But yeah, man, I enjoy Squid Game a lot. That first episode shocked me so much. It's like I knew, when you just know something is not right. Everything's a bit too colorful. You see the color scheme and all of that. It was so bright and everything was nice and nothing was in the nighttime whatsoever.
It was very aesthetically pleasing.
Very aesthetic. Yeah. It looked like a kid show almost, like one of those kids game shows. And then the first person gets shot when they're playing red light, green light, and they play that song you were humming. You know what? In the dub version, you kind of miss out on that. In the dub version, all they sing is red light, green light.
Really? I've not actually
red light, green light. Nah, you don't hear that song in the dub version. You just hear red light, green light, red light, green light. So yeah. It's a shame, man. That's one of the main things you miss out on when you watch the dub version with the sub. But yeah, that first gunshot, and then the guy, his friend thought he was just being silly. It's like, what are you doing, man? Just
come on, man, get up.
Yeah, and the panic when everyone started, and you realize, oh wait, a lot of people are gonna die here.
Yep. I was just like, yo, stay still, stay still. Nah, they just kept moving. It was pandemonium. It was pandemonium.
Who's your favorite character in the whole thing? For me, straight up, it was Ali. Ali was my favorite character.
Yeah, Ali's a good shout.
I hate how he went out. Damn you, Sang-woo. Damn you.
Oh, man, I hated that so much. I never wanted death to a fictional character so much.
The thing is,
Sang-woo,
what Sang-woo did was terrible. Don't get me wrong.
It was terrible.
But after what you've seen in there and how failing the task literally results in your certain death, Sang-woo did what he had to do. That's all I'm saying.
He did.
Or Ali was not smart with that. Once the marbles leave your hand, that's it. You're at risk.
You're done. Yeah,
so, and the thing was, Sang-woo was just smart, man. I hate to say it. Ali was my favorite character. And my best moment was when he held up the main character. He just held him up by his collar from falling down and getting shot.
That was amazing. And keeping still at the same time. Not trembling. I would be trembling, I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly. He was just like, oh my god, I'm not dead. Someone's actually holding me up.
This whole series kind of made me think, it kind of does pose the question, what would you do for money? Like, who would
Listen,
you backstab for money, man? Honestly, we were talking about this in the beginning. Like, we're tired of being poor. We want to be richer, but like, for real, what's the lengths we would go for, like, to get that much money? Like, I don't think I would ever join the Squid Game, but would you?
now see, when they first went,
no.
when they first,
hell no.
no, hear me out. First of all, if someone approaches me like that on the tube or something, the Londoner in me just wouldn't entertain it. I'd just be like, who the hell is this? Huh? I just think it's literally it's a crazy person. I'm sure you've seen all the memes of what if what if Squid Game was in London?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't recruit anyone. No one will talk to you.
I've seen like fake invitations on Instagram and like Twitter. One of them was even in my postcard. I was like, no, stop it.
Man.
I saw on Twitter, like, some version of it was in Dubai, but a non-violent version.
Oh yeah, they're replicating it because it's so popular, which I thought was really smart. Yeah, it's insane. I'm actually happy for all these actors in it, because I don't think they would have imagined it blowing up like this. So I'm just happy for them. I just like seeing wins like that, honestly. It's amazing.
It's good, because I see a lot of people, they're actually watching, like, this other one called Alice in Borderland, which I have seen already. I'm not being that guy, but I have seen already.
I watched that till episode 4, and I couldn't continue because it just didn't grip me, man. That wolf game, I just thought, what is this, man?
Oh, you should stick it out, man. It's actually pretty good.
Really?
Yes.
I think I need to leave a bigger time gap between, because I watched Squid Game, and I went straight into that, and Squid Game had my expectations so high. I thought Alice in Borderland was going to be on the same level, which it isn't, in my opinion. And I think you'd agree with that. It's not as good as Squid Game. Yeah. But it's a good show, so I'm going to give it more time and then go back to it for sure.
Yeah, man.
But I would go in Squid Game. All right? Did you see how much money they...
Oh, my God.
Listen.
Yo.
The thing is, I don't feel sorry for any of the characters any of the contestants.
Are you kidding me? What's her name? Who got shanked in the night?
No, you know why? You know why I don't feel sorry for them?
Why?
They all chose to go back in there. They all got out.
They had no other choice.
They do have a choice. What do you mean?
No,
they all got out. They all got out. The old man who was secretly, the owner of the games, he had the deciding vote and he stopped it. He sent everyone back. They were out. Them going back in was just me. And that point, I was like, you know what? If you die, you die. Don't feel sorry.
Oh, God. Yeah, I understand the logic. I'm just like... But I understand their point of view, too. Like, they had no other options other than, like, to get money, other than just, like, risk it all.
You always have a choice, man. You just always have a choice. Like, they just went back in because they had their eyes on the money. They ignored all the death. Or literally, they were there in the same room where literal hundreds of people got shot to death. And they said, you know what? I'm going back in there. Why?
Round 2.
For money. So you can't really, me personally, I'm not really going to feel sorry for them saying, man, all this violence and whatnot. They all went back. From the moment they went back in, it was their choice, and that's where my sympathy ended. But from the first bit where they innocently played a game with a weird man in a suit, he was also the lead actor in Train to Busan. They played a game with him, and they went in innocently thinking, oh, cool, this is just going to be fun. That's when I was like, oh my days. So
initially, I did think that the main character was my favorite character, but the fact that he didn't even like try and be a father to his son with them, father to his son, father to his daughter with the money that he won, and me and LeBron James have the same point of view. I read something just before this call, and I was like, I'm going to mention it in this. LeBron James hates the fact that he's not a father to his daughter. I hate that too. That's what made me didn't make him not my favorite character. Like, honestly,
man, like Ji-hun, he didn't want to take care of. Yeah, you're right. You know, he would literally do everything in the games to stay alive, but taking care of his daughter is just like, yeah, it's whatever. And you know what? The lead character Ji-hun, I found it hard to be on his side. I know in the games, you know, we're meant to see him as he's our guy, you know, but when he punched the stepdad and everything, I'm just like, man, what's wrong with this guy? He's a messed up guy. I couldn't get with him, man. The sympathy it just wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
I was on his side when he was fighting Sang-woo, because Sang-woo's evil.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's more evil, but yeah. Beyond that, on the outside world, you know what? Fair enough. He probably deserves to be in his predicament, kind of thing. But man, so the model girl.
Oh yeah, I've seen a few things about her.
Everyone's been going crazy about it. I think she's gotten a few gigs over this as well. She's like the new face of one multi-million brand or something.
Oh.
I forgot. Yeah. I didn't see who it was exactly. It's like a big brand. It might have been Louis Vuitton or something like that.
Oh, well, fair enough. Good for her.
But yeah, everyone's going crazy over her. It's everyone from this show which is blown. It's crazy.
It's good though. I kind of like the fact that everyone's like getting over the subtitle thing and just watching it and realizing that these films or TV shows are amazing. Train to Busan, a lot of people were on that.
Yeah, well, Train to Busan, I watched that straight up in subtitles and it was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, do you remember when Junho, the director of Parasite, Junho, said his speech at the Oscars? He just basically told the world, stop being lazy and read subtitles and you'll see some good content. Just that. It's just like that. So he's right. He's right. Everyone should just... I know someone who's proper into Korean dramas and this is just normal for them.
Yeah.
Normal for them. So I'm looking forward to discovering more of these dramas, but if Parasite and Squid Game and shows like this haven't taught you, Korean shows are popping. Which of the games would you say is just the worst? So we had 6 games in there, right? We had red light, green light. We had the cookie game. We had the tug of war. We had walking on the glass. We had... Oh, I'm missing one out.
Tug of War, Glass, and the final Squid Game.
Oh yeah, so it's 5.
I really understand.
Yeah, I still don't understand Squid Game, to be honest.
Honestly, I was just more focused on the fact that Sang-woo was still breathing, and that was it. I was just waiting for him to stop and just get beaten so he could win the game. I didn't care about the rules. I'll say the game that would frighten me the most would be the Glass one.
The Glass one, yeah. I feel like in all the other, so the red light, green light, you are absolutely in control of your own destiny. Even though that initial shock of being shot, if you could hold your nerve through that, easier said than done. If you can hold your nerve through that, it's quite simple. I know, again, easier said than done because I wasn't in there. But you can hold your nerve through that, you'll be fine. Just don't move and move when the music's playing. The cookie one...
Oh, that umbrella would destroy me. I would just eat the cookie. I would just eat the cookie. At least I'm full when you shoot me.
You know what? I'll be a proper mercenary of it, and I'll just move the gun to my head. You know what? Just do it. Just do it.
Pull the trigger, man. I'll be like the little girl in Rush Hour. Soo-young, come on, push a button. Come on, pull the trigger. I'll literally just be like that, man.
Or even Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator. Do it
come
now.
On. Come on. I'm right here. Come on, shoot me. Come on.
Do it now.
What are you waiting for? Hold on. All right, do it now.
We're too silly, man. Well, yeah, that biscuit game, the umbrella one. I feel like that even though that's a horrible one, that umbrella one is still not as bad as, say, the glass one, which I agree with you, by the way. That is the worst one.
That one and Tug of War. I feel like it's being those two because both things have to do with heights, and I don't like heights too much. I'm not gonna lie.
The Tug of War one, it just seems like if you either have the pure brute strength on your side or the technique, like our main characters did.
Yeah, technique was there, man, honestly.
I did find it interesting, though, that the old man helped them out a lot with that. Knowing so One thing, in fact, going a step back, was he ever truly at risk of dying in these games?
I think he was.
Do you think so?
I think so.
Interesting.
I don't. Actually, I'm not even sure. I have to rewatch it. That's a good chance to rewatch it and just see if he had chances he could have died.
Because I've watched it twice over now, and there's some moments where I'm like, oh, wait, he really could have died through this, and other times I'm like, I don't know. And once you watch it again, you start to see all the clues, by the way, that he's not like the rest. For example, how he was smiling during red light, green light when everyone was just despairing. That was probably one of the first solid clues, that this guy's not like the rest. He's just enjoying it in here. What's wrong with this guy?
Bro, the smile on his face has been memed so much.
Yeah.
I love it, man. He's just like in glee. And his stance, I don't know why, it makes me laugh. His legs are spread out and he's just like...
It's true, man. Oh, jeez. Now, the glass game here, I enjoyed that whole scene, but I just found it so convenient how one of the people who have managed to stay alive all throughout to that game is someone who's an expert in making glasses.
That was very coincidental.
It's like, he didn't die in red light, green light? He made it through the candy cookie game? He made it through tug of war just so he could be in this scene? A bit of plot armor, that kind of thing.
Like, this is my time to shine.
Yeah.
Glass maker school paying off. Okay, guys, I got this. Let me just dim the lights a little bit. I can't tell which one is which, guys.
It's the way Sang-woo just pushed it. It's like, to hell with this.
Oh, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Boondocks. Not me, bitch. You. That bit in Soul Plane 2, the trailer where
Air Marshal 50 Cent. Air Marshal 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Air Marshal 50 Cent. You're so brave to sacrifice yourself for us.
Not me, bitch. You. I just use her as a shield and just start shooting behind the back. I was like, oh, I'm done. That reminded me so much of that.
Oh, it's true. Now, you know what? Although that was a horrible thing for Sang-woo to do, I was quite annoyed. And you know what? The more we discuss this, the more I don't like that Jihan. I do not like it. Because remember when he was giving Sang-woo attitude about why he pushed that guy? Acting like he is the moral superior in that situation when he literally tricked the old man out of all the marbles. Oh, that's the one I was leaving out, by the way, the marbles game. He tricked the old man out of all the marbles and literally just sent him to his death. What he did is no different to what Sang-woo did when he pushed that guy. Meanwhile, he's coming to give it the large, saying, "Why did you push that guy? You literally killed Ilnam. What do you mean?" So come on. I just thought he's very hypocritical. Doesn't look after his daughter. Not likable, man. Not likable.
Nah, I don't know why he dyed his hair red. I need to find out.
Yeah, that red thing. The only thing I can think of was, the people in charge were all in red, and maybe he just wanted to feel like he was in charge of his life again. But that's just my completely made up by myself theory. I don't know.
There are a bunch of theories out there. I have two that I kind of like, but I don't think they're really valid. I think they're like a strategy.
Yeah, let's hear it, man. We're here to discuss.
Yeah. One of them is just like the way he got recruited with the two cards.
One of them was red and was blue. I don't believe that one personally, because
that's a bit of a stretch.
Because why would you recruit someone who does not flinch in the sight of death and can literally pull a trigger without thinking twice? You don't just recruit them from normal civilians. You have to go to like the army or mercenaries and pay them very well to do that kind of thing, unless they go through some intense, rigorous training. But I just don't think you recruit someone to do that kind of job. Contestant, fine. Pick the green one, fine. But would you really recruit someone who does not flinch in the face of death, as in pulls the trigger at you from point blank range without thinking twice? You really recruit them from a civilian train station like that? I don't know, man. So
they chose to be there.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's why I don't buy that one.
Yeah, but the other theory was just is to deal with Ilnam. There's a bit before the Marvels bit where he's like, don't wear a jacket, because if you don't wear a jacket, they look down on you. So he gave him his jacket, and he still had his jacket after he supposedly died from that Marvel game. And the fact that he had the jacket still kind of like symbolized that he was like earmarked to be the winner in the final Squid Game. But again, I feel like there's a stretch, because number one was his number.
Yeah, I feel like it was a stretch because there was nothing in there to suggest that Ji-hun was going to be protected from anything. Like after the marbles, he still had to go through the glass game, for example. Like there was no like indication given to him to pick the last number. That was by pure. How lucky was that, by the way? You would pick number 1 or 16, or whatever it was. It's like, whew, you was that close. You were that. So there was no like hint or nudge given to him to pick the last number. It was by pure luck. So that's why I don't buy that one. But yeah, I know there are loads of theories flying around. But yeah, the glass stepping stones, I agree. The worst. It's pure luck. They're just lucky, I guess, to have had that expert in glass to get them that far.
God, that was very coincidental.
It's proper, isn't it? Just stick him in there. He was probably a normal character up to episode 4 or something. And the writers were like, you know what, just make one of them a glass expert.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to what they're going to do with it, and if they go for a second season, I feel like it kind of needs to, because it's like very popular, and I don't think it will just end with him being redheaded and not a father. I want him to be a father by the end of this series.
Possibly, but whatever they do, please do not bring those Americans back. They nearly ruined the show, man. Well, why were they so cartoony and cliche? It's like, I'm American, I'm gonna speak like yes. And just,
why did you pick the number 69? Oh, I thought it was a pretty good number.
Yeah, I don't know why they. Yeah, that was. Please leave them out.
You know what? One thing we've actually forgotten to talk about, because it's so forgettable, but I feel like it might be important later on. The whole side story with the detective and the brother and this. Everyone forgets about that.
What was his brother Ilho, he apparently won the games a few years prior, right? And he became the front man. So
yeah, the front man. The assistant to the regional manager.
At first, you know what? I did care for that storyline at first, when it just seemed like he was infiltrating the games from an outside perspective. Well, I just like the fact that they've had this supposedly foolproof system where the security was top notch and no one could sneak in. So I just like the fact that he was behind the scenes and breaking it down, so we as the audience could see how the whole thing worked and what goes into everything. So I like that. But yeah, how it ended, it being his brother, a bit predictable, and I think he's still alive, because they did the typical thing where, 1, we didn't see his dead body, and 2, he wasn't shot in the head or anything. He was shot in the shoulder and he just fell. He's probably going to survive, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I didn't really care for that, to be honest. Didn't really care for it. And if I'm being totally honest, in terms of the show overall, I don't need a season 2. Personally, I don't need a season 2. I don't feel like season 2 is going to be the same energy, because there was something about, and I don't know if you ever get this, there's something about a show when the actors aren't super famous worldwide or anything, where, I don't know, sometimes you can see it in their eyes. The energy is just different, where it's just pure, I'm just here. Yeah,
they've got that success look in that kind of eye, but it's not a bad thing. You want you to be successful, but like before, it kind of felt like you were giving it your best. Now you're kind of like, I got this in the bag. Kind of like that.
And slight segue, I saw that happen in Friends. Like in Friends, you saw like later seasons, you could sort of feel the change. It's like, we're famous now. I got that kind of vibe from it.
We're known now.
Yeah. Like in the first few seasons, Chandler was jumping around, jumping on tables and whatnot. And then he just calmed down. Just like, I got the money now. I don't need to do all that. That's just my 2 pence anyway.
Yeah, no, I get what you're
I'm
saying.
happy with this solo season, but I know by popular, you know how it goes in Hollywood, man. This isn't Hollywood, but in the entertainment industry, if people like it, they're gonna bring more.
Yeah,
no matter
true.
how the story ends, they are going to bring more. So.
Yep, unfortunately, some things that just really should just leave as they are.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If they bring a season 2, I want it to be so good and successful. But I just feel like there's something's been crossed where they're famous now, and yeah, it's just my 2 pence.
Yeah, it's good 2 pence, man. It makes sense. Like, there's always a bit of fatigue with these kind of things, but
yeah,
where it's popular, where it's demanded, it's going to be supply. So.
And sometimes when they do sequels to these things after huge unexpected successes, sometimes and I'm trying to think of an example off the top of my head, there tends to be a bit too much fan service in the sequel or the second seasons. Well, happened with Game of Thrones towards the end, unfortunately. They fan serviced the hell out of that thing, season 7 and 8 especially. Oh my days.
They really
fan
did.
service. Everyone's asking, is he a Targaryen? Is he a Targaryen? And they were like, you want to know the answer? Here's your answer.
Yes.
Forget the narrative we've been setting up. Here's your answer. It's like,
legit.
When shows are, you know what I mean? When shows get crazy successful like that, they tend to lose a bit of what made them true to themselves, and yeah, they sacrifice a bit of that for a bit of fan service, which I always hate. But as I said, if there is a season 2, I do hope it's literally same level of quality, if not better. And yeah, I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I think I've covered everything I kind of wanted to discuss with Squid Game. But I'm looking forward to discussing horror. I'm bringing it back to horror. I can't wait to discuss horror and more with you.
No. Okay, let's do it. Be like that guy in the Yes Man in The Simpsons. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yes.
Oh yeah. I was going for the other Simpsons clip that you love. All opposed? Yeah.
Dental plan. All opposed? All in favor? Say aye. All opposed?
Yeah.
Who keeps saying that? Yeah, with him. Yeah, dealing feelings. No, Simpsons. We need to discuss. One of these days, we need to discuss the Simpsons, the glory days of the Simpsons.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Because I swear, people growing up these days on the newer episodes just don't realize the genius of the show early on. But
it used to have hearts, man.
Listen, it was
now
perfect.
Empty.
Empty with just pure celebrity cameos and random storyline. I don't know, man. Yeah, this show used to be amazing. Like one of the best ever. I'm not even kidding. So yeah, man.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it's been a good comeback.
Yeah, man.
Just chopping it up, innit? So a lot's happened. We brushed over a few things, but we're alive and well, and
we hope you are too.
Indeed.
Yes.
So go on, you do the.
Oh, I'm gonna do it this time.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Till next time, we are out.
Peace.